Hi everybody, Whitney with Girl Friday Crafts here. Facebook tells me that I'm live, so I don't know why um, I always still kind of, I don't know. I have to see it, so give me 1 second because I'm gonna hop over to my page and make sure that I am actually live. I am. Oh, look at that. And I have a nice little red background. How cute. Okay. So now I'm going to go back into the group so I can see comments. I'm trying something different this time. Give me 1 second. I apologize. There we go. I want to be able to see comments. So I have my phone up here so that I can hopefully see comments because everything's behind me here and all the things. So today we are going to make a hanging like floral pouch. I don't know what else to call it, and I'm not sure if you've seen them, but people make these cute little pouches attached to surfaces for hanging like seasonal picks and things like that. You can absolutely use it for fresh flowers as well. But I'm gonna make a Christmas one, and we are going to use this Chalk Couture holiday stamps stencil. I'll turn it around so y'all can see. Just came out this year as part of the holiday collection. I have about 7 projects that I want to do with this. Make some cards with it and make some gift bags with it. I actually want to do a print with all of them on one, but then I saw on one of our pages the other day a designer had taken these and made little hanging pouches with them. I was like, oh, that's perfect because I wanted to do the floral pouch thing anyway. So I'm hoping I might have time to do 2 of these because I have 2 different ways that I want to do them. But we'll see because everything always takes me longer than I think it's going to, especially when I'm live. So let's see, make sure, pop out this way. Hi Cheryl, thank you. Set this off to the side. So the first thing we're actually going to do is take some of this red fabric and I'm going to attach it to this piece of cardboard. So the cardboard is 5x5, and I'm not going to measure the fabric. I'm just going to kind of eyeball it to make sure that I have enough to, fold over on the sides and on the top and bottom. And then we're going to glue that down. Probably should turn my glue gun on. I hope everybody is having a nice Sunday. Thank you all for spending your time with us today. We've had 2, 3 crafters already today. 3, I think. We started at 1. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after me. So if you are looking for an exciting evening of crafting, you've got plenty of entertainment coming your way the rest of the evening over here in the Crafty Bunch. If you're not able to watch for the rest of the day, then you can certainly catch it on the replay. Hi Kathy. And we love it if you're catching us on replay to put that in the comments so that we can come in and say hi to you after the fact. So we're just going to end up folding that over. I could paint this. I could cover the whole back of it with fabric as well so that you didn't see the back of the cardboard, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. I should have turned my glue gun on sooner. So what I'm going to do while we're waiting for that to heat up is I'm going to go ahead and cut some of these other pieces. This is a chalk couture patch. And I'm going to cut this. Oh, no, I got to cut inside the stitch so that I can kind of tear it apart. It's got a backing on it that you can use to attach, or you can just take it off the backing and then you've just got the fabric. So I'm just going to tear it off this backing here. Maybe. Or I might leave it because tearing it might just be too much of a pain. Oh no, it's coming. Whew, that one's not wanting to come off. I usually tear these things up all the time. So this is going to be what our design gets chalked on. So I don't need a whole lot of it. But I wanted to be able to tear it some because I wanted that sort of rough edging so that it's not smooth. Hi Judy. Hi Barb, Michelle, Teresa. Hi everybody. Amanda, I don't know if you're watching. I did not get to comment on your ornaments. Those are so cute. That Highland cow was adorable. So if you all did not get to watch Amanda Simply Flamazing Art earlier, make sure you go back and watch that on the replay. And I have not seen everybody else's projects yet, so I have a lot to go back and watch on the replay. I don't know why my closed caption's on. Can you all hear me? My closed caption's on, but I think that's just because I maybe turned it on. But I'm doing something different on the stream, so it makes me a little nervous. If you can't hear me for whatever reason, just let me know in the comments. That would be nice to know. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Hi, Wendy. Well, this one isn't going to tear for me. That's okay. That is okay. We'll cut this down. Check my glue gun. Okay, glue gun's hot enough. Just trim this down kind of even. Alright, so we're going to come over here. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these corners at a bit of an angle, just to make it easier to glue them down on the back. Creates a little less bulk. This is outdoor fabric. It's the fabric that you can get to make covers or make outdoor cushions. So I have covers for Halloween and Christmas for our outside furniture. And I had some of that left over. So I held on to it because I was like, I'll find a use for it somehow. Don't know how, don't know when, but. And I'm going to do this a little bit at a time because my glue has been drying super fast on me. And so yesterday I was doing a project and was trying to glue all the way around all in one time, and by the time I went to glue down my sides, The glue was like dry already. It was not cooperating. Glue this. We have a nice almost 80-degree day here in central Illinois. I have glue all over my fingers. So it was nice. We got out, we walked the dogs earlier. We have some landscaping that got put in August that I am supposed to still be watering regularly. I cut those corners too early. I should have done this first. And I haven't watered them in a couple of weeks. Haven't watered everything in a couple of weeks, so I got out and watered that. And we're gonna grill for supper tonight because it's warm enough to grill, which is exciting. Although I am a fall person, so I am ready for fall weather. I'm ready for sweatshirts, blue jeans, for sure. But 80 degrees in October is not the same thing as 80 degrees in July, so I'll take it. A lot of gluing fabric involved in this project today. I will deal with those little corners in a minute. Glue them down and trim. I don't sew, which is very obvious whenever I start doing anything that involves fabric. It's always a hot mess. I have a sewing machine, and I did make the covers for our outdoor cushions, and they, don't look half bad. At the same time, I am not highly skilled at working with fabric, so there's that. So just going to So for those of you who sew and work with fabric a lot, I know right now this is just painful for you, so I apologize. It's kind of funny. My mom sews, and she knows that I am not skilled at this. And so I always tell her when I had a lab, I'm like, don't watch, because it was all fabric stuff, and I don't know what I'm doing. Hi, Nicole. Know how to crochet. I like to cross stitch. I want to learn how to embroider, but that's different than what I call real sewing. Like my grandmother who used to make clothes and stuff. Actually, it was funny when I was looking for fabric yesterday for this project and for something I was working on yesterday. I went through my fabric tub and I found this. This is the red velvet that my grandmother used to make Christmas stockings for all of the grandkids when they were born. When she passed away and we cleaned out her house, I took all of her sewing stuff. So I wanted all the fabric, and her, she had tons of cross stitch hoops and all that. And it wasn't until I got it home and was kind of going through everything that I found the velvet as well as the pattern that she made out of a piece of newspaper. That's not going to hold. And as the grandkids came at different stages, you know, she started doing different things and making them out of different fabric. But the first 4 or 5 of us have all of our stockings made out of that red velvet. Oh, that's not holding. Okay, I'm not going to mess with that. We'll mess with this later. I'm already, I don't know, I can't tell how many minutes in am I? I'm already almost 15 minutes in and I've barely even started. Okay, so we're going to put that aside. And then I'll mess with it later. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to figure out how big I want this fabric, which is going to be the base of the little pouch. So I don't want it to lay flat. I want it to have a little bit of give to it. So I'm probably going to cut it the same size as this. And then I'll, gather it a little bit when I put it down, maybe a little bit smaller. Maybe I'll just go into like right there. I'm going to try and tear that again so we get that same kind of look. Yeah, that'll work. And then obviously I want it shorter. Now I need to make sure I've got room for this. So we're going to bring that to right about there. At some point, I'm going to wish I had actually measured stuff out, because I'm going to want to do this again, and I'm not going to have dimensions for anything. That's okay. Alright, so I can bring this up. Okay, we want this to be just a hair smaller. Cut it right there. Tear that. And one over. Using the kind of the lines on this pattern to show me where I want to cut. So I'm going to go ahead and chalk the design on this, and then we'll let it dry and start to glue everything down. Oh, Kathy recipes. Yeah, that was the other thing. Both of my grandmothers, we have just folders and folders of recipes. I have my mom's Betty Crocker cookbook. Or no, is it her Betty Crocker cookbook? It's the old yellow. It's like yellow flowers on the front. Or is it Good Housekeeping? I don't remember. But it's like this thick. And it's got notes in it where she like changed up recipes and stuff like that. And then my dad's mom, we kind of went through and photocopied a bunch of recipes for everybody, to have her pie recipes in particular. My mom's mom was really kind of the cook. My dad's mom was a baker. Like, her desserts were just phenomenal. So there's definitely those, treasured recipes that we all, wanted, and cut this a little smaller than I wanted, but I think I can. There we go. So I want to make sure I get like all of these lines on here and try to center it a little bit. Maybe. I don't like to measure. It's too much work. Just eyeball it. All right, and I'm going to take my squeegee and push this down as much as I can so that I don't have any bubbles. Oh, that's on the fabric. Okay. Is that even straight? Yeah, straight enough. All right. And I'm gonna start down here. Start in the middle. Work my way out. Try not to go off the edge of the transfer so that I don't get black where I don't want it on this patch. Not a huge deal. And I can probably just take a wet washcloth to it and get it out if I do. So just making sure everything goes through this canvas, because this pouch is a canvas kind of fabric and it just soaks up this paste. So going over this a couple of times to make sure it goes all the way through. There's some distressing in the design, which is nice because if you lift up the transfer and you've pulled up some of the paste or ink, if that's what you're using, sometimes it's hard to tell whether that was a happy little accident or if that was just part of the design. So I like those distressed designs. Very user friendly. Okay. Squeegee off a little bit. Excess. My finger stuck to the transfer. I'm going to pull this up nice and slow. Aw. Alright, I went a little too heavy. I think where it says December, because it bled through a little bit and you can't quite read it. However, these are supposed to be old vintagey kind of stamps, so I'm not actually terribly worried about that. So that's our little stamp. I'm gonna draw this real quick. Folding on me. Okay. So I'm really only going to be able, only going to be messing with the edges of this to glue it down, so I don't necessarily need to dry it all the way, but just dry enough so that as I'm touching it, I'm not like smearing anything. So I'm going to glue these two parts together first. How do I want to do this? I kind of want to put the glue on. Nah, I'm going to put the glue on this. I'm going to end up gluing the piece of fabric down to my healing mat here though, because this glue is going to go through. So I'm going to do this also one part at a time so that I can make adjustments as I need to. Ooh, I went too far over there. That's all right. Okay, see, this is why you measure. This is what rulers are for. These are also tiny little, I mean not tiny, but small little pieces, so just the slightest bit of movement in one direction or another and your measurements are off. So I'm in between glue sticks here on my glue gun. I need to get some 10-inch ones that fit in the entirety of the barrel on that. Because they're kind of in that place where you have to push on the one at the end to get the glue to come out. You can't always do that when you have to hold on to what you're trying to glue. A little more up here on this corner. Ow. And come along the bottom here. Push that down. Okay. And then I'm gonna trim this just a little bit so I don't have so much extra of this fabric on the side. Okay, evens that out just a little bit. Then go ahead and just trim this fabric down just a little bit and figure out how I'm gonna solve that problem. So then we're going to take this and we're going to glue it down, and you want to leave enough room when you glue it so that it makes has a little bit of a pouch to it, so that you have room to put some things down inside of that. So I'm going to do my corners first so that I have a little bit of flexibility and can move it around if I need to. I get that corner down. And then kind of make sure that that's down enough that, yeah, it's not going to pull. I'm going to kind of curve it. Actually, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to kind of curve it here. Make sure that I've got it like I want it. And then I love this hot glue gun, but getting it off the holder one-handed is not something I'm very good at this point. Okay, put that down there. Oh, I'm a little crooked. Oh, I'm way crooked. Yeah, there we go. Okay. One of the other things that you could do when you do this, like this top layer, the patch to this fabric, is obviously you could stitch it instead of glue it. So, you know, you could add a little bit of texture or color there if you wanted. And I'm just gonna push that down a little bit. Just glue strings everywhere. Just make sure that I'm gluing this. I'm not gluing it so tight that I'm not going to be able to put any greenery down in there. So I'm going to come in to the inside just a little farther. And then kind of curve it. Put that back on there for a second. Okay, and then we're going to get this side. Come up here and get my glue. Okay, I am okay on time here, I think. I might actually have time to start a second one. I won't have time to finish it, but I'll have time to start one. Glue everywhere. But I did, actually I think I did it on the Crafty Bunch. I made a little pumpkin out of perm rods, and while I was on the live I was having problems getting them to stick and stay curved and stay glued to each other, and I finally got it finished, but oh my god, so much glue. So much glue. I don't think I've ever used that much hot glue on one project, ever. Okay, so I'm going to turn this over and we're going to attach some twine to the back of it as our hanging hardware, so to speak. It's always fun because you got to figure out how to touch it without burning the heck out of your fingers. Should be okay. I want to have it, I don't want it to be super short. Come on. Okay, well that wasn't going to work. Having problems today, y'all. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Ever have those days where you feel like, okay, I've been doing this kind of stuff my whole entire life and you wouldn't know it to watch me try and do anything. That's all right. It's all fun, even when it's frustrating. Okay. Hold that down for a second. Obviously, don't touch it like I just did. Okay. So then you have your little hanger, and then you can take a variety of floral picks. I need to trim some of these down. I need my wire cutters. Ooh, are those gonna work? Oh yeah, there we go. And just put your little picks down in the pocket. Kind of assorted sizes and colors, and this might actually end up being a little bit too big. So I would want to get some more of these like small pine cones, and then some more of the like the little berries. I have a lot of big greenery. I don't have a lot of small stuff that I haven't, that I haven't used for something. So these were the things that I had that I thought would fit. So obviously I would make it fuller than that. Some people might not, but I would make it fuller than that. And then you've got the twine on it, so you can just hang it on the wall. So that's the first technique of that I wanted to try. And then, before I forget, coming up after me, I've got about 9 minutes, is Kathy's Country Goodness. And then you have Michelle Bell, Fearlessly Unique, La Belle Jonque. And finishing up our evening is Hog Wild. So you've got plenty of folks to watch for the rest of the day. So the other way to do this, so I attached the fabric to the cardboard. The other way to do this is to attach it to wood. And you can, it's really just the same process. You just figure out, and for the sake of ease, I just cut the same colors of fabric. But what you can do, there's just so many options if you're using wood in terms of how you can hang it and what you can do to hang it. Obviously you can put hardware on the back of various kinds. You could actually, that would stand. Now once you put flowers in it, it might fall over, and I'm acting like it's the other camera that you all can see, but it might fall over, so you could put it in a like an easel or something like that. But I would do the same thing, except I'm not going to wrap it with the red because I don't have to cover that cardboard. I would just leave it with the green. And then this time I'm going to use the red as the base, kind of as the bottom of the pouch. Cut it right about there. And then what I would do with this one is I need even that out across the top a little bit. And then we would use this for the design. I have to cut it this way. I've torn up this fabric quite a bit, so I've got some kind of janky edges there. Even this out real quick. And then what looks really, I've done it with this fabric before. What looks really pretty is just a white, or we have a vanilla chalk paste out right now. Actually, I need to make that just a hair smaller. And then we got that would fit on that. Got that holiday postage. Oh, we've got the special delivery. And then obviously, you know, what's really fun, I think, with this is you've got, you know, all of your different options for your color schemes. So, you know, if pink and gold is your vibe, or silver and blue is your vibe for Christmas, then hey Kim, everybody say hi to my Aunt Kim. Okay, so you're on, so I have to show you this because I was just talking about it a minute ago. Now I don't know what I did with it. Shoot, oh, here it is. This is Grandma's Velvet from all the grandkids' Christmas stockings. I haven't used it for anything yet. It was just in my fabric box. I was telling everybody earlier that when I was digging out fabric the other day, I came across that. I need to figure out something to do with it. I have a ton of it. There was a whole bunch in that box, so I was talking about all of our stockings. Alright, so 4 minutes. I just want to show everybody what this looks like with like a white paste. So I'm going to use this vanilla. I have the shimmer frost, but this isn't a shimmer vibe kind of fabric. This is kind of a farmhouse vibe here, and so I want to kind of stick with that. Move this over just a smidge. There we go. Okay. If this fabric was something that I intended to wash ever, I would want to be using the chalk couture inks, but since I'm not going to wash it, then I can use the paste. So I did some ornaments last year with buffalo plaid fabric and embroidery hoops and chalk mini transfers. A little penguin and a reindeer and a little hot cocoa mug. And what else was there? There's like 12 different designs, and those ornaments are so stinking cute. I need to make some more. Okay. chalk that on there. And pull that up. And so then you would just put that down on top of that and glue those pieces together. I would probably trim that plaid down just a little bit, and then you would attach it to the board, you know, making sure you make a little pouch like we did earlier, so you know, leave yourself enough room for an opening at the top to put your greenery or picks or whatever down in there like that, and then, you know, whatever hanging hardware you want. So then you have, you know, this just made with the wood board, so you have another option there. I'm not sure if y'all can really see. There we go. Hold that up. You can see that design. It says special delivery, 25 cents. Okay, look, all that and a minute to spare. So thank you all for watching. I don't know where to look because you can see me because I have a second camera. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for Kathy's Country Goodness, and make sure to join the Crafty Bunch so you get notifications of all of our upcoming events. And I will talk to y'all later.